If you're looking for a really affordable smartphone gimbal, look no further than the Hohem iSteady X. And in this video, I'll give you an overview plus some basic instructions on how to use it. Priced at $70, you get a full-featured 3-axis gimbal capable of stabilizing smartphones that weigh up to 0.62 pounds. Inside the box, it comes with a fabric carrying case, USB-C charging cable, wrist strap, tripod, the gimbal itself, and an instruction manual. The iSteady X also only weighs about half a pound, so it's very light and compact when folded. But to put this to use, you have to loosen the nut on the arm and then flip the phone clamp up. Then twist the handle counterclockwise to unlock it. On the handle, you'll find the shutter button, camera orientation button, and joystick. On the left side is a zoom slider, and on the right is a USB-C charging port. On the bottom, there's a 1/4-inch tripod hole plus a loop for the wrist strap. The included tripod is actually a stubby plastic handle which gives the gimbal more to hold onto. And it simply screws onto the bottom of the handle, extending the grip. This tripod is pretty small, but it's enough to hold the gimbal upright on a flat surface. Oh, and before use, don't forget to tighten the nut on the folding clamp. I forgot to do that earlier. The phone clamp is rubberized to prevent scratches, and on the top there's a sticker showing which way to mount the phone. One thing you need to know is that the iSteady X has to be activated to work, which means you'll have to download the Hohem Pro app for iPhone or Android. As part of the activation, you will have to create a Hohem account before the gimbal will even work. And if you don't complete the registration first, the motors won't activate even when the iSteady X is powered on. But as soon as your account is set up, the gimbal comes to life and is ready to stabilize your phone. But let's get outside and I'll show you how the buttons control the different modes. I'll start by using the joystick to move the head around. This is useful to help make minor adjustments to keep the camera pointed where you want it. With the joystick I can also change the tilt. But if the camera gets out of whack, you can double-click the power button and the motors will automatically realign to center. A single click of the power button will quickly switch the phone from landscape to portrait orientation and then back again. Next, I'll go over the stabilization modes. And to activate these modes, you need to hold the shutter button down while clicking the power button. In default mode, the green LED is solid. This is called pan and tilt follow. With this, the phone follows the rotation of the handle, basically keeping track of where the back of the handle is pointing. And if I tilt the handle, the phone will follow the up and down movement so I can shoot things that are above and below me. When you hold the shutter button and click power twice, the iSteady X goes into pan follow mode, with the green LED blinking twice in a row. Again, the camera follows the rotation of the handle, but when I try to tilt, the camera is locked in its horizontal plane. And as I move my arm forwards and back, the camera won't point up or down. So this allows me to pan left and right, but there's no tilt. Now hold the shutter button and click the power button 3 times for all lock mode. In this mode, the camera is always facing the same point of interest, no matter where the handle is moved or rotated. The camera is basically locked in place, but you can adjust the point of interest with the joystick if needed. The last mode has the green LED blinking 4 times. This is POV follow mode. This is very much like the first mode in that it allows pan and tilt follow. But the main difference between mode 1 and mode 4 is that when I do a side tilt, the camera also tilts, unlike in mode 1 where the camera stays locked in the horizontal plane. Overall, the motors on the iSteady X provide very smooth stabilization for shooting video. And I think that $70 for a 3-axis gimbal is pretty affordable for almost anyone wanting to shoot better video footage. You should also know that after the iSteady X has been registered, you can actually use it without the Hohem app, allowing you to use your smartphone's built-in camera app. But if you want shutter control and other features, you'll have to use the iSteady X along with the Hohem Pro app. And here's a final tip. When I'm shooting, I always have the tripod handle attached just to give me a little bit more to hold on to. But the detachable tripod is what makes this so portable that I can take this with me almost anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all my weekly videos.